You ask the questions, I give you answers. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Today I'm going to do a Q&A. So I posted on my Instagram and in the YouTube community section, just drop me any question, and several of you did, and so I'm going to answer them because I love talking about myself. I'm a Leo, so that means I automatically just enjoy being the center of attention, but I will also feign embarrassment. No, I'm just kidding. I do get embarrassed. I love attention, but then it always leads to me feeling self-conscious and embarrassed, but there's somehow not enough of that to outweigh the stop asking for attention. Anyone else out there understand? Yeah. Also, I think I'm an extroverted introvert because sometimes I will avoid instances where I know I'm going to be interacting with people. But when I'm with people I enjoy, whatever. Anyway. Clean Teeth 68 says, no questions, just wanted to tell you how beautiful you are. Thank you so much. That's very kind. And I bet you are too if your teeth are clean. Are you a dentist? Okay. I'm doing this for a number of reasons. I need content. It's filler. You guys. You do know that's why creators do this. Like, ask me anything, or I don't know. This is so funny. But I am leaving for my trip here. I'm going to Europe for 10 days. It's a family trip, meaning I'm not bringing the husband and the kids. I'm meeting my brother there. He doesn't live there, but he lives in a different part of the United States. So we're meeting in London. We're doing some fun kind of like touristy stuff, but we have family to see in both the British countryside and the German. We're going to the German countryside. No, we're going to Germany. And so it's pretty amazing. I've not been to Germany in 26 years. And my mother is German. My father is English. And they married in 1959. And in Wiesbaden. I've not been to England since the 70s. I was 5. And lots have changed since then, including a lot of the people. That it was like a big family reunion, and oh boy, that was interesting. I found out later. Like I'm showing my mom pictures of that trip. Like I'm going through old photo albums and I'm talking to her to kind of get myself ready for this trip. And she's giving me all the dish, and I'm telling you, it's hilarious because she's the sweetest person, and she doesn't gossip, but she sure does love to share stories, as she calls it. And yeah, there's some stuff. My mom's mother-in-law, my granny, was a really difficult woman. Let's just say that. I am going to post this while either stuffing my face with my 16th scone or possibly sipping a lovely glass of Gewürztraminer somewhere looking over the Neckar River. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. South Cat asks, oh my gosh, this is a huge question. How did you and your husband meet? I'm afraid it's not so simple. Like, well, we were college sweethearts or we met in a bar. No. It's, oh gosh, I will give you the short abbreviated version because I actually think I've shared this in other Q&As. I met my husband at a funeral. It was his grandmother's funeral. The reason for that was because his grandmother and my mother were very good friends. So I have known my husband since he was a little boy, and he knew me. We met once or twice at different kind of events where I think there was like some summer picnics or barbecues or something where we would show up, and you know, it's like you just sort of are introduced to a whole bunch of kids, and you're like 9 years old and you half pay attention. You're just like scoping the crowd for a girl that looks like someone you'd hang out with, and they were all boys, and I was like, there's nobody here. So then when my dad, the reason we met his family through, my dad worked forever for United Airlines, and when he put a transfer from Chicago to Seattle, he was connected through, like message boards and fellow employees and stuff like that, to a person in Seattle, a United employee, who said, hey, you can come while you are starting your job out here and moving your family across country and looking for a house while they pack up and stay there. You can live with my brother-in-law, who has a spare bedroom. And that turned out to be my husband's uncles. And so that's how we met. So we met because my dad put in the bid to transfer, and then through a coworker made a connection, and then it just kind of kept trickling down. It's like, oh, and then that's so-and-so's uncle, and oh, the realtor that he used was like the best friend of my husband's aunt. Like, it was so crazy. It was just crazy, the connections. And my kids, I think, don't even cannot really grasp it all. Like, I knew so much about this family and these people before I married them. And I guess it says a lot that I decided to marry them or marry him and marry into the family because, just kidding. So that funeral, which was a very emotional time, and she was such a beloved matriarch of the family, and it was a huge funeral in her, her hometown, and big Catholic, mass. And so I met him, and I just was like, what a snack, like this boy. And he was we were both in our 20s. We were post-college, and I was like, this is probably not the time or place, but I want that boy's number. Then months later, his cousin got married, and we were at that wedding, and he was at that wedding. And then I was like, hey, and oh yeah. He actually did not ask for my number at that wedding. So I had to go to great lengths to get his number through another family member. So, and that's a story also, but it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Yeah. So thank you for that question. Okay, next. What is your favorite eyebrow pencil? Yes. So currently, it's hard. I always have to condition, I always answer a question with a condition. Well, do you mean fine tip, or do you mean kind of a waxy sort of pomade? And I think in terms of actual pencil, drugstore, Wet n Wild, the micro, there's a micro brow, so good. And then high end, the Benefit, because the Benefit, I'm actually wearing today, I'm wearing the Benefit because I forgot I had it, found it, and I went, oh, I should try this. So those are really, really good. Maybe I don't need my glasses. In your opinion, what is the longest lasting eyeliner? Okay, so yes, of eyeliners that I've tried, and I'm not really an expert on liquid liner because it scares me. However, the new Smashbox, this kohl self-sharpening, is pretty darn good. It is soft like a kohl, but it sets like a liquid. I'm wearing it today, and I featured it in my what's new, some new product video. It's great. Oh, can you please do a travel makeup skincare video? Oh, and then I did that. So I have a what's in my travel makeup bag video. I have not done a skincare focused one. So my skincare video is probably nothing different than what you've seen in other skincare videos. And I do have a skincare playlist. So it's a combination of drugstore, like I'm picking anything that is, I'm depotting some items, like I have a thing of the Ordinary's azelaic acid, and I'm putting some in a little tiny container because, I mean, it's a tube to begin with. It's not that bad, but I'm really just trying to condense what I bring. I have a couple travel size of the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast and the Lipicar lotion. And I have like a mini Paula's Choice cream cleanser. I have the Coco Kind retinol, the gentle retinol for nighttime. Oh, how's your mom? That's so sweet. Thank you, Sarah. How's your mom? Haven't seen a Dr. Fit in a while. It's true. When I haven't done an outfit check on my Instagram, well, I will traveling for sure, but I haven't done like a fit check on my Instagram for quite some time, and I used to sort of do them regularly in the summer, well, just kind of throughout, and I haven't done them in a while, and it's just me. There's nothing's different. I just sometimes get like overwhelmed and distracted. My mom is great. She is, aging sucks. It's like a gift, and it's wonderful, and it's a beautiful privilege to have each day to live and breathe, because when it's cut short or ends, we mourn, and it's never enough. But the aging part is so hard, and she is really, there's things that she really struggles with. Her vision isn't very good. She has glaucoma. She has, yeah. And then she has, you know, her body is sort of just, she's curved. Say she looks like a little question mark because she just keeps curving over. And so her mobility is tough, but she's plugging along, and she's super sharp and great, and she's a homebody. I have to like get her out of the house, but and thankfully our doctor visits have just been checkups. There's going to be some in March, so I will be sure to do a fit check for future doctor visits. Oh, and then, Wavy Curls Girl says, you're going to Europe vacay? And it kind of is and it kind of isn't. Like, I think it is kind of a vacation because I don't have to make my bed. I don't have to cook the dinners. I don't have to scoop cat poop, but it feels a little bit like work in terms of this kind of expedition that my brother and I are getting. You know, we're gonna have a lot of time. We're gonna have a couple hours in the car between relatives, and I think also visiting relatives is there's a lot, you know, it's mentally draining. I think your social battery taps out, and yeah, there's just gonna, and plus, you know, you're jet lagged, and yeah, so it's not Disneyland, but it's not a beach, but it's like, yeah, it's not work, it's fun, but it's not total leisure. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's not leisure, but it is going to be fun. Siren Nita. The Europe itinerary. Yes. So there you heard. Oh, in Germany, we're going to Heidelberg, Wiesbaden, Mannheim, and Mainz. And I'm looking forward to that because it's been so long, and I get very emotional in Germany. Smells and sounds and taste, like I'm very sensory. The smell of the rain in Germany, the smell of a bakery, the smell of a butcher shop, like so many things from my childhood visiting when I was little. I've been to Europe, I've been to Germany maybe a dozen times. I mean, I don't quite know, but I've been a lot, and there is just sort of this thing inside me that I can feel. This is where I'm from. Does that sound weird? Same with England. I know a lot of us, kind of the Anglophiles, and we do romanticize British, let's be real, colonists. You know, I mean, we love Downton Abbey, we love royals, we love The Crown, we love all those things. We love watching James Bond, we like Sherlock Holmes. I mean, we are, I was a theater major, Shakespeare was my guy, like, yeah, but those English are the worst, you know, in many ways. So I can recognize my ancestral flaws. But I do feel just this, I am going to go to my father's little birth, like the village he was born in. I'm going to see my dad's hometown, and it's this little village in the middle of England, and I'm going to see like the school, the boys' school he went to, the church. He was a bell ringer and stuff like, and then the churchyard where all my relatives, his parents are buried. So it does feel like a journey to the homeland. Okay, what's this? You can only use one foundation for 6 months. Which would you choose? Oh, that is such a loaded question, because I have all these thoughts, and I'm like, do I pick a drugstore? I'm gonna say House Labs, you guys. I'm so sorry, because it's $40 or whatever. House Labs is just, it's so good. It looks so good on my skin. It wears well. I really like it. So that, or, I mean, you know, the Wet n Wild Hydrogen and the L'Oreal True Match, those are, if I had to use either of them for 6 months, I would be just fine. But that House Labs, man, that's good stuff. Okay. All right. So Just Janine asks, how long are you spending in Europe? And I will be there 10 days, which kind of 8, because each day is a travel day, right? Okay. So Violet Valentine says, hope you have a wonderful trip. Thank you so much. I hope so too. Deb J8169, have a safe and fun trip. Can't wait to hear about it. Oh, would love to hear what you pack for hair and makeup. Yep. Oh, and what I do with my hair. And yes, that's a good question. I am bringing, of course, a plug converter. I have a dual voltage mini hair dryer and kind of a mini, like a brush, curling brush, and I'm bringing some Velcro rollers. So we are going to do sort of a combination of lots of updos. Probably, I've got a couple clips. I'm gonna just wear my hair up and style my bangs. I've got a hat, like a knit, you know, like a wool cap, and then I have and then on the good days, like the days I wash my hair, I'm gonna try and give myself a blowout to just kind of give myself a couple days worth of sort of smooth groomed hair, but we shall see, because I don't know if the water's hard or soft. I think the humidity is pretty high wherever we're going, and the rain is in the forecast, so I have very low expectations for cute hairstyles. Linda Conrad says, safe and easy travels, thank you. Rebecca Rodriguez says, I would love a menopause update. And what do I pack? And travel tips. And okay, menopause update, kind of the same as what I've said before. It's, you know, it's kind of a constant struggle of varied hot flash, kind of like bleh feeling of, you know, you get that like head rush, you get heart palpitations, you feel like your brain is being squeezed. I'm actually sleeping well. I think I'm doing okay. I feel like my energy level is pretty good. I think that when I limit, it sucks that it's the basic stuff you've heard time and time again. Try to get some regular activity. Try to limit your alcohol and caffeine intake. And take your vitamins, and they don't have to be fancy vitamins. I feel like I'm doing, like a fish oil type thing and a magnesium, and those really help me feel so much better on a regular basis. Oh, and travel tips. I have a few. All right. My travel tip is I am not washing my face on the plane. I am wearing a full face of lotion and makeup, and I'm not touching my face. It's the hydrochloric spray, and I have it from like an Amazon. It's like hand sanitizer for your face. So I'm bringing that, and I will just spritz every now and then. Tips are bring plenty of Advil, Band-Aids, chapstick, and sunscreen wherever you go. Lip balm, right? I would get a ambient sound app on your phone, and white noise in a hotel or Airbnb, anywhere you're not sleeping that's not home, anywhere you're sleeping that's not home. I use ambient sounds because I don't use ambient sounds at home, but when I travel, I get way too honed into all the little sounds, ticking, all the clicking, of different appliances and stuff. So ambient sounds and a sleep mask for sure. Oh, Annika, thank you. How is your mother doing? She's lovely. Thank you for asking. And Randy G7503 asks, do you have any favorite books, movies, or TV shows? Yes, I do. Okay, not that you asked this, but my reading material for the plane and for my trip is I'll Be Gone in the Dark, the Michelle McNamara book she wrote about the Golden State Killer, and I have not read that. I've sort of had it on my shelf because I had it was like dessert, I'm like, ooh, I gotta read this, and then I'll read this, and then I'll read hers, and I'm like, you know what, I think this is a good time to read it. And I've just heard really good things about that book. I just finished my Anne Rule Ted Bundy book, and which is highly recommend if you're into true crime and haven't read it yet. And I hadn't read it yet. I was like, how have I not read The Stranger Beside Me? And it's phenomenal. If you've not read Killers of the Flower Moon, I highly recommend that, because if you've seen the film, obviously you're like, wow, this is a masterpiece. But if you haven't read the book, you should read the book so you understand the full history of it. I was proud of the way the movie captured the point of view through the Osage and focusing on Molly versus the FBI and the investigation into it, which is where the book brings its viewpoint from. But it's still very, very good. And if you don't know at all what I'm talking about, then read the book, then watch the movie, and then go, wow, how did I never know this about our American history? And then you'll go, well, there's a few reasons. So, favorite TV movies. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just saw The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti. What a beautiful little movie. And I say little because you can it's just got independent film, it's just a delight. And of course, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. But then I also, I like John Wick. I like John Wick 4. Okay, and I think those are all the questions, and I have clearly taken up a ton of your time, and I hope this was fun. And I will do as best. I'm taking you guys with me on my trip. I appreciate it. You've always, any little bit of travel I've ever done, you've always been so supportive of me, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you watch this as a get to know me, I appreciate that, and I hope that you stick around and we can be friends. And if not, that's okay too. It's okay. There's enough around for everyone. And in terms of, if I'm not your cup of tea, I might be serving coffee later. I'm going to get that on a shirt, because I coined that phrase a week ago or whenever it was, and I thought, doggone, Rebecca, if no one else has thought of that, that's genius. You know, it's like, I mean, either you take it or leave it, or come back around and see what else is being served because you might like it. I don't know. All right. Well, I hope you're well. And I would love to read about you in the comments. So if you have anything you want to share, or if anything I said you went, me too, please let me know in the comments. And I look forward to reading them. And I will see you next time. Bye.